Today is an uncommonly warm day, and so some of the snow melted. So I thought I could let the chickens out and about and see if they want to have some of the grass that's around the coop. But they were so brave that they came all the way from the house to down like where the trees are. So they are so brave today. They braved so much snow to get some pecking and scratching time in the grass or like dead grass. They're just having such a good time, I can tell. Like, they love it. They love their outside time. It's the enrichment time that they love. So last night we had like some kind of a rainstorm and like all the snow is gone just in time for Christmas. So like I miss the snow, but the chickens are so happy to be able to have their free range time every day again. Like, it brings me joy to see them so happy. Like they haven't found any worms. Though I did see one of them find a slug and eat it, of course. But they're having so much fun searching for the food and just doing their natural habitat things, and that makes me so happy. Hey, pretty boy. How are you doing, pretty boy? And pretty boy is still very behaving very nicely. He hasn't been aggressive to me at all yet. Though one time yesterday I had to pick up one of the chickens, and he didn't like that at all. He made like a threatening sound. He didn't really do anything else. But yeah, he is still behaving very nicely, and he won't be soup yet. And what makes me especially happy is that they still know their recall and how to come home when I call, because they are feral for the treats. They love their treats. And I guess it's good that we're getting like a lighter winter this time. Last year we had like a full 6 months of a lot of snow, but this time it's almost Christmas and we had just lost all the snow. But at least it allows the chickens to practice their like homecoming abilities, because last year, after like all the time that they spent inside, the first few walks, they kind of didn't really listen to me as well as they should when it came to coming home. Because last year I mean, not last year, but in spring I had to use sticks to sort of corral them in the beginning, because their recall had sort of faded. But this time they can then just practice it during the winter. And also they get walkies, which they love so much. Which, like, it brings me joy to bring them joy, but I also like my snow. So please, more snow. It's the 24th of December, and I'm spending it with the animals. My family is traveling, so the best part of that is that I get to have the family cat for the time being. This is Indiana Jones. He absolutely hates being picked up, but I love him so much, and I get to spend the holidays with him. I'm very happy about that. He is very social, and yeah, it's bringing me a lot of joy to have him here. And yeah, I don't have like many plans to celebrate, because I am mostly just rereading my favorite book series, which is the Stormlight Archive, which got a new book come out like a couple weeks ago. But before I read that one, I want to read all the previous books in the series. But each of those books is like roughly 1,000 pages long, so I have quite the task ahead of me. I am currently reading the second book of the series, which is my favorite book ever, and I am just lost in the book. Like, when I read something that is that exciting, then I get lost in the sauce. It's like it's like it consumes my very being. I can't do anything other than read. So So yes, that's like basically going to be my Christmas. But I do have like special treats for the chickens as well, which are like fresh things for the chickens because it's Christmas and they deserve a Christmas treat also. And oh, and in India is also getting a Christmas treat, but because he has very delicate digestion system, I can't give him like any special treats, but he's getting double the amount of the conserved food, of the wet food that we usually give him, which he absolutely goes nuts for. So it's also a holiday for him. And yeah, basically most of the way that I celebrate is just the traditional dinner, which I will be making later. But yeah, I am very happy. Even though the snow is not here this Christmas, it is still a happy day. This is part of our... Hi. This is part of our routine. Every morning we do the session of snuggles where he just smushes me for a while and we enjoy life. Are we done for today? This was a long snuggle session. Oh. And now I get to get my own breakfast and go on with the day. Wow, this was a very long snuggle session indeed. Now I have many treats for the chickens, and I have half a pumpkin today, and I'll give them the other half of the pumpkin tomorrow. And it's not my own pumpkin; it's from the market, but I think it's still going to be a lovely treat for them. I also have cherry tomatoes in my basket and a big cabbage that I'm going to hang like a massive bauble. They've never had a hanging cabbage treat, so let's see how they like it. Here's your pumpkin treat. It's good. Yeah, it's good for you. And I also have for you a special treat of cherry tomatoes. It's been months since you've seen tomatoes. Look. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're such happy girls. Happy girls getting their treats. Where shall I hang this? Here? Is this too high or too low? I'll put it like this. Okay. This should be a good height for you, right? Yeah. How are we feeling? Happy holidays, my chickies. It looks like the cherry tomatoes are the winner. Oh yeah. You love your tomatoes, yeah. Okay, I have not filmed anything for days upon days because I have just been lost in reading my favorite series and the weather has been miserably snow-free and just warm. But today I have good news. It's finally snowing! It's finally snowing! The day before New Year's! I'm now realizing that I should have brought in the firewood that I need before the snow came, but I didn't. I instead prioritized my nails because they needed doing, and I finally cut off the incredibly long nails that I've been growing for the last month because they're very pretty, but they made my typing very bad. Like I made so many mistakes, and like after one more week of vacation, I am going to be entering the last 4 months of my PhD, which is going to be an incredibly stressful period where I'm going to need to bring my A game, and yes, short nails for that. And yeah, basically I'm just rambling and postponing taking the firewood because well, the snow is lovely to look at from the inside, but it is less nice to actually deal with it. But I'm going to anyway. And so yeah, let's get the firewood. What do you think of my new nails? I made them nice and shiny for New Year's. Indiana Jones. You're just a slut for the scratches, aren't you? Oh yeah, they might be a bit stinky, sorry. Cutie. And yes, I bring nothing but fashion into the equation. Actually, let's have a look at the chickens as well, because it's been a while since they've seen snow. And unfortunately, these guys are not going to get their walk today. They've been getting their, like, a Christmas walk for so many days now. Like, illegal. Hello. Hello. How are we feeling? You're not gonna be able to go for a walk today, unfortunately, because it's a snowy day and this is what your life is gonna be like now. Provided that the snow stays. If the snow stays, then you're gonna have to stay inside here. And once the snow stops falling and like everything stops being so wet, I'm gonna bring in a new batch of leaves so that their footing can be more dry. But at the moment it's just so moist that it would make sense to waste leaves at the moment. Yeah. Do you want treats? I'm gonna give you treats. Yeah. 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 Treats for the chickies. Will you eat some of my head? Yeah, Clara will. Oh, everyone will. Good girls. But yes, firewood. It's just so pretty. Like look at this thick snow. It's so pretty. I just hope that it will stay this time because it makes my mood so much better when it's more light out. Oof, all the firewood's pretty wet. But I guess it's only on the surface, so it'll be fine. So I've come to check out the property that I got in summer, and this is the first time that I am seeing it in the snow because previously the snow has been so wet that I've been worried that if I drive all the way into the land that doesn't have a proper road on it, I might sink into the mud. But now that it's kind of frozen enough to drive on, I can check it out, and I just wanted to dream a little because it's a difficult time for me. Like so I only have 4 days left of my vacation, and that is significant to me because after this vacation I know that I am going to have to be working non-stop for the following 4 months to finish my PhD, because that's like when the end of my contract is and the thesis submission deadline is. So I am really dreading that. It's going to be a very rough time, and I am just going to have to hope really hard that I don't push myself to burnout, because I also had a really good job interview a few weeks back before Christmas, and I really hope that I get that job because it's like space and programming related, and it's super cool. But we shall see. It's too early to say about that. But yes, like I just wanted to spend some time dreaming and not thinking about the following 4 months that are ahead of me. The one thing that I completely dropped the ball on updating you guys on is the fruit tree garden. It now has a fence. It's been several months now that it's had a fence around it, but it is extremely good because we all know that like the what do you call them, goats? No, not goats. The wild goats, you know, they love eating young trees, and since we have this fence that is properly tall, I can hope really hard that they won't jump the fence and eat my trees. And also it's going to protect
from rabbits, hopefully, when when the fruit bushes, when the berry bushes start bearing fruit. So it's a multi-purpose fence. It costs a lot of money, but it's a good investment. It's because it's really sturdy and just has a good purpose. Now this thing I'm absolutely shook about, because this is the pond that was just like almost non-existent in summer. It only had like, I don't know, maybe this much, maybe 30 centimeters at most of water. But now with the wet like winter slash autumn we've had, it's like almost full. Like what the hell? Like we were thinking about closing this up because it was so useless seeming, but we might have to rethink that. Now, another good thing that's happened is that the electricity company finally came down and took down all these trees that were like almost encroaching the line that's going through my property. And that is excellent, because this, like, I really didn't like this just mess of not even like a proper forest, but just underbrush. But now it's all pretty, and though they did leave the branches, but it makes sense because this is basically swampland. So like, even if they did take away all the like branches, the land still wouldn't be like walkable. So it's fine. And yeah, I'm really happy with this place.